Disclaimer: due to the nature of topics discussed in this video, it may not be suitable for everyone. Viewers' discretion is advised. Welcome to the timeline of A Thousand Splendid Suns, a breathtaking novel by Afghan writer Khaled Hosseini. Through this timeline, we will explore the events of the book alongside the actual history of Afghanistan. This video is best suited for those who have read the book in its entirety. Our account begins a little earlier than the novel's start to illustrate the situation better. It's 1953, and an ongoing election brings Mohammad Dawood, a politician with military background, into power. He's set to lead the country forward, but there's an issue: communism. Mohammad Dawood was a passionate supporter of communism, seeking extensive assistance from the Soviets around him. By 1956, Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev caved in and extended a helping hand to Dawood, which, while beneficial to Afghanistan, also introduced communist ideals that clashed with the Afghans' traditional culture. This, combined with the pressure from various political factions and international circumstances, led to his forced resignation. Around this time, we read about the birth of Mariam, one of the novel's protagonists. Born in 1959, she lives with her mother in a kolba, a simple mud and clay structure with an almost medieval environment, as depicted on your screen. Mariam's life is marked by consistent hardship. Later, she makes the decision to visit her father Jalil in Herat, a beautiful city in Afghanistan. To your left, you see an imagined depiction of Jalil's house, a striking contrast to Mariam's humble kolba. The narrative carries us through the death of Mariam's mother Naina, and the harrowing journey into Mariam's forced marriage to Rashid, her consummation, and the mishap. By this period, Afghanistan undergoes significant change. A new constitution is ratified, establishing a constitutional monarchy in Afghanistan. The driving force behind this transition is King Muhammad Zahir Shah, who brings a wave of democratic reform. Yet, as this unfolds, two men, Muhammad Taraki and Babur Karmal, secretly forms the People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan, PDPA, primarily a communist party, influenced by Marxist-Leninist ideology and sought to establish a socialist state in Afghanistan. In 1973, Mohammad Dawood returns with a considerable backing. In a bloodless coup, he overthrows King Zahir, who happens to be his brother-in-law at the time, and declares Afghanistan a republic, naming himself president. The PDPA, however, has other plans. After the mysterious murder of prominent PDPA intellectual Mir Akbar Khyber, political tensions reach a boiling point. The novel reflects these events, capturing the chaos. The murder sparks a series of events that lead to Dawood's assassination, ending his rule violently. Meanwhile, A Thousand Splendid Suns introduces Layla, our second protagonist. As Afghanistan continues to unravel, the PDPA seizes power, with Nur Muhammad Taraki becoming president and Babur Karmal as deputy prime minister. But peace is short-lived. Hafizullah Amin, a radical with close relations to Taraki, orchestrates his death in September 1979. Though details remain unclear, Taraki was likely suffocated under Amin's orders. Interestingly, Taraki reportedly complied with his killers as the murder took place. Around the same time, tragedy strikes again. The US ambassador to Afghanistan, Adolf Dobbs, is killed, signaling a significant shift. With no obstacles left, Amin's reign begins, but it is brief. The Soviets, however, choose to side with Babur Karmal. They assassinate Amin, who has been president for around 3 months by then, placing Karmal in his power. The Mujahideen movement emerges, made up of ordinary Afghan citizens fighting the violence and devastation brought by communist rule. They gain support from the US, UK, Pakistan, and China. The novel captures this era of resistance through the characters of Noor and Ahmad, Layla's brothers, who are killed in the violence. Pictured on the right, you see a group of Mujahideen fighters ready for battle, and on the left, a rather unfortunate Soviet spy caught by the rebels. His fate can clearly be imagined through this picture. The novel takes a lighter turn with a moment of hope as Layla, Tariq and Babi visit the Bamyan statues, a significant historical site in Afghanistan. During this time, the Geneva Accords are signed, and Soviet forces begin to withdraw from Afghanistan. But hope is fleeting. The government under Najibullah, a man whose story deserves an entirely separate documentation, succeeds Kemal, and tries to win public favor by relaxing laws previously established by Kemal, but fails. The Mujahideen overpower his regime, and the novel shows Layla's life shattered by the violence. Her parents are killed in a gruesome bombing. The story then shifts to the evolving relationship between Layla, Maryam, and Rashid, highlighting how the oppressive environment shapes their lives. The Taliban, a group emerging from the Mujahideen, seize control, and the novel vividly portrays the terror they bring. The Taliban are even recognized by a few nations as the official Afghan government, despite their terrorism. By 2001, the novel reaches a pivotal moment. Maryam kills Rashid to save Layla from his brutality. She confesses to protect Layla and her children, ultimately facing punishment under Taliban enforcement. The images before you depict a traditional Afghan wedding dress, as we read of the reunion of Layla and Tariq. To the left, a plate of Kabuli pulao, a staple dish in Afghanistan. And to the right, the remnants of the Bamyan statues destroyed by the Taliban. Maryam is sent to Waliyat Women's Prison awaiting her consequences, a place where many women share her tragic fate. She is later killed by the Taliban forces as punishment at a stadium. The stadium in question is pictured to your right, which, instead of sports, has become a field of tragedy, as most punishments by the Taliban are carried out here in full display of the public. To the left, Waliyat Women's Prison, and the horror that lies within. In the final chapters, Afghanistan's reality shifts yet again. Just days before the September 11 attacks, Taliban mastermind Masood, known for his resistive strategies against foreign forces, is assassinated, a move suggested to be a key to further the 9/11 attacks. Later, the 9/11 attacks take place amongst other violent events, leading to a direct intervention by US and NATO forces, pushing the Taliban out of Kabul and taking control of Kabul and other major cities, giving security to Afghans and a chance to reclaim their homeland and walk their own streets again. The novel also highlights this moment by portraying Layla's interest to move back to Afghanistan with her family. This is a collection of images reflecting Afghanistan's breathtaking beauty and the resilience of its people, caught in a cycle of tragedy that they never chose. We hope this timeline has deepened your understanding of A Thousand Splendid Suns, an extraordinary narrative crafted by Khaled Hosseini. Throughout this book, we have taken a look at the personal lives of the men and women who lived through situations alike. Along with this timeline, we hope to have cleared any doubts and helped you imagine the story better. Thank you for sharing this moment with us.